Hello. And next up is Patrick Stuart. Yes, Patrick Stuart. With the war against PowerPoint.
There's a theory that the length of a sentence shifted with the ink carried in a quill. As you're writing, it's frustrating to dip your pen before the end of a sentence, so you plan your last word just before the ink runs out and start again with a different thought. Technology shapes the way we think. So from Charlemagne to Dickens, the length of a European thought was governed by the surface tension of ink and by the shape of a nib. In January 2003, the Columbia shuttle launched. During takeoff, a piece of insulation film broke off and hit the left wing. The only evidence this had happened was 2 frames from a low-res video. Before the shuttle returned, NASA had a complex decision to make. What hit the wing? How heavy was it? How fast was it? Would it endanger the shuttle? They made the wrong choice. Dr. Edward Tufte, an expert in information presentation, was part of the accident investigation. He singled out PowerPoint. In particular, the reports of the Boeing Corporation engineers give on 28 PowerPoint slides. An example of the centerpiece of this report, he chose this particular slide. Oh, sorry, I've got a bit ahead of myself, you'll see in a second. In which 6 different levels of hierarchy are used to display, clarify, and arrange 11 different phrases. The brief summary of the slide is that the only significant, meaningful information is contained at the end. You see here? This says the model used to analyze the data. The data varies. The index part says that bad things can happen. The final bullet point says that the conditions of the flight were significantly beyond the capabilities of the model used to analyze it. The last bullet point indicates that the slide is pointless. It has no information to give you. NASA saw 28 slides like this and 7 people burned to death in the atmosphere. So now we move on. Tufte says that the information architecture mimic the hierarchical structures of large bureaucracies that pitch the information. I've gone ahead. This is a month after the Columbia disaster, or a few months, we began Operation Iraqi Freedom. This slide is by General Tommy Franks. It's from his headquarters. This is for phase 4, the reconstruction of Iraq. Thomas Ricks reports that during the run-up to the invasion, Franks insisted on passing PowerPoint slides to subordinates instead of following written orders. This is the hierarchy thing. That's the words of the Columbia Investigation Board about how information can be degraded over time. This is Colonel T.X. Hands. 6 years later, this is 2009, he wrote an article for the Armed Forces Journal called Dum Dum Bullets. He criticised the overuse and misuse of PowerPoint. It cuts decision times too much and encourages decision makers to force more data into the process without absorbing it. This is about the war in Afghanistan. Those are the words of General Stanley McChrystal. It can provide both too much and not enough information. Huge complex ideas can be squeezed onto one slide, or broken up so much that the idea of the whole is lost. It squeezes thoughts into the wrong shape. This is Colin Powell's address to the Security Council. In August of this year, Lawrence Sellen, PhD in US Solomons of Cone, wrote an article for the United Press International. He made wide-ranging, this is the Pentagon's Guide to Purchasing Military Technology. He made wide-ranging criticisms of the government of the war, but he made special mention of a computer program. For ISAF staff, he said the war consists largely of tinkering with PowerPoint slides. Like most military organisations, structure always trumps function. That's what he said at the beginning of his article. He was removed from the theatre a few weeks after it came out. You see what's next? Sorry, this is the key point that got him fired. To conform to the idiosyncrasies of cognitively challenged generals to smoothly feed information. H.R. McMaster, he's a current general. He's banned PowerPoint from some of his HQs. He says it's dangerous because it can create the illusion of understanding and the illusion of control. Some problems in the world are not bulletizable. Rigid list of bullet points take no account of independent political, economic, and ethnic forces. If you divorce war from all that, it becomes a targeting exercise. Bureaucracies in the question do strange things. Ian McGilchrist, who's right, you'll see in a moment. I couldn't remember his exact quote, so I made one up, which sounds like something he would probably say if he was here. Bureaucracies obsess over a simulated representation of the world. They seek to divide and classify by ever smaller abstract degrees. They come to regard this simulation of reality as more important, more valid than the fluid, ever-changing world it represents. In fact, they come to actually resist the imposition of new information. You take a system and place it under pressure. That's a picture of a brain, it's jelly. It's a metaphor for putting things into shapes. Shape of thought is governed by the media that carries it. The presentation is only 5 minutes long and there are 20 slides. And right now you might suspect that PowerPoint can explode shuttles in mid-air and low destinations. You might be wrong. This is Captain Christian Dunn, who's good enough to correspond with me about this. Almost all the people I go through this presentation would disagree with at least some of it. What did I leave out? What did I simplify? The gaps between the slides can hold the global power. That's it.